Welcome to the On Passive Papua New Guinea webinar held every Sunday at midnight. We are glad that you are here. Tonight, we have a nice lineup of topics for you. And present today, we have all 4 members of OTech Pro who are giving of their love and time and effort to help the Papua New Guinea people. So we want to focus on making sure that you have a chance to ask your questions and make your comments. So we do encourage you to be involved tonight. It's not just us talking, but we want you to comment and ask questions, all right? So we're gonna begin with Bob Takusi, and he's gonna be talking about single sign-on. Go ahead and take the floor, Bob.
Yes, hello, my fellow brothers and sisters from the Papua New Guinea. It's good to be here. Leadership Council members, Mr. Chris, Brother Madi, Auntie Lynn, of course, it's good to see you always. My fellow tech brothers will be making the rounds this week. It feels good to be here. So today we're going to, this week, actually, we'll be talking about the value of having your entire digital system in one single sign-on, and also have your wallet, the digital wallet, integrated into our vast marketplace that we have, and also have it connected to our crowdfunding, which is our crowdfunding system, which is the flagship product of OnPassive. I'm not sure if Patrice is going to be translating until then, so maybe I should.
Yes, I think it would be good to give him do it in little bits and pieces so he doesn't have to memorize. Go ahead, Patrice.
I just thought of it, sorry.
Yeah, good for you, good for you. So you can unmute yourself, Petrus.
Sorry, thank you. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you.
Papua New Guinea, you plan of some Lynn introduce him this webinar belum now. Talk of some all all IT specialists belum all come lo bring him this updates lo long Papua New Guinea long when something come up inside lo company belum na you may are lately not IT specialist and to talk long all by integrating the small products from one time all AI na one I'll call him this one something where you may just using one password as well or access him all the products by me. I'm talking so you may have to talk now by me go on from there. Thank you, Lynn.
Okay.
Go ahead, Bob.
Yes, so when we talk about single sign-on, we are simply, trying to say that our product, OnPassive, is coming with an ecosystem of several products. So within that ecosystem, we are also building a functionality, a single sign-on functionality, so that when you log in, you only have to log in one time, and then you are being authenticated to be able to use those products. Single sign-on. So you're logging in one time to the system, and then you are being authenticated.
Go ahead, Petrus.
Okay. Single sign in. It's like single sign in. I mean, also got access long all the products. Long me playing chat long passive. Now I give you right or authority. You can use all the product long passive. Thank you.
Okay, so when you sign in, there is a process that happens, which actually authenticates and authorizes you. So the system verifies that you are actually who you say you are, by looking at your username and password, it verifies that, and then it also verifies what you are, because in some cases you might have physical facial recognition or what is biometric or fingerprint. So what you are, it will verify it, and it will also verify what you have. In some cases, you would have to have maybe a token or a code, like we have the one-time password. So those verifications are done.
Okay. Mana to game to sem time you me log in and by you me using password by you me going chat lem one plus time that's all. Now by you me using all get the products inside long app. Now same time too by you me can all ID belum ipla by you me using long time you me go online all the verification all confirmation by you me using long like facial recognition verification but confirm most you site you going chat long account you yet and system yet by checking make sure some you right person you going chat account you.
Thank you. I hold on one second, Bob. There's a recommendation from someone very wise that I think the better way to run this is to have the Papua New Guinea Facebook group have the interpretation done within that Facebook group rather than try to interpret every few phrases that are spoken tonight, or it's going to take a lot of time. As we can see by that process, it's not a very, it's a time-consuming process.
Yeah.
So Petrus, thank you. But what we're going to do is just go ahead and proceed, and then we'll depend on the Facebook PNG group to do the interpretation. Thank you, Petrus.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, fair enough. Thank you, Petra. That was very kind of you.
No,
okay,
no worries.
So when the verification is done, is completed, the system authenticates and make sure that you have the authority to access these different systems or application within that ecosystem. Then you are granted the access. You know, in the real world right now, what is happening to us is that, you know, most of us who work, when you go to your job, you have one system, one application that you actually use 90% most of the time, and then you have other applications that you might need to assist you to do other things. So you have to log into each and every one of these, and it's time consuming. So what OnPassive brings is it brings something that is really going to be helpful to everyone, to most companies, and make our lives and our jobs easy. So there are some advantages to doing this as well. Like as I just said, it elevates the user experience and it saves time. You know, just imagine you logging into one system, and then you are able to just navigate through all the applications within that system. It saves your time, and you know, you have a pleasant experience walking through that system. So that's what OnPassive is bringing. It also improves speed, and you know, helps in like critical situations. There are certain matters, like, for example, a doctor at a hospital who is performing a surgery or has a critical patient would need to have to log into this application, maybe to check your blood type for a surgery, or see what your sugar level is. If you know, there are certain things that the doctor will need to act immediately, but having to log into different applications might, that 1 or 2 minutes, that there are life-saving situations where maybe even 5-10 seconds could make a difference. So with single sign-on, the doctors will just navigate through the system and get what they want. So that's what we mean by improved speed where it matters. And then it cuts, you know, the time and the cost for help desk. You know, most 90%, like my brother Vincent will tell us, almost 50% of the problems that people call help desk is people forget their password. When you have to write multiple passwords in different applications, you forget them sometimes. So most of the calls that goes out to the help desk is a calls for forgetting your password and things like that. So help desk time is just taken, and resources are taken, and expenses. A company spends a lot of money to hire more staff to take care of this kind of problem. But with a single sign-on, you log in once, you are authenticated, and you're able to just breeze through the system. And then it also increases security. You know, security is It's part of the security of the system. It goes hand in hand in the overall security of the system, because we make sure only the guys, those that are authorized to access these systems, can come in, you know. So that's a nutshell, you know, pretty briefly of what single sign-on is. But for you to just understand, just know that we are bringing in a system where it will be easier for people to come in. You sign in. As you sign in at once, you are authenticated through the system, throughout the applications that are within that OnPassive ecosystem. So it is a very good thing. Then we also have the wallet that is integrated within our marketplace, right? Our vast market. We have a very huge marketplace. It's called O-commerce. We're going to have O-commerce. We are looking at O-commerce as something really huge. You know, we have something currently like Amazon. We have Amazon. We have eBay. We have Alibaba.com. Ours is going to be very complex. All these ones that I just mentioned, remember, they were built in the 90s. In the 90s, we didn't talk about artificial intelligence in the 90s. Artificial intelligence has been around for a while. Yes, that's true, since the 60s, 50s and 60s. But in the mid-90s, we're talking about the dot-coms. Remember, we're building rapid application development and things like that. Now, OnPassive is coming with a system that is built from scratch with artificial intelligence driven inside the architecture. So our marketplace is going to be very, 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 very 1,000% better than what we have today. And then we have this digital wallet that is also part of that system. Guess what happens? The security in that system is also solid. You know, we have facial recognition as well. So hackers and hackers and scammers are not going to be able to make their way through these systems, you know, because you have to go through an authentication process to get an additional authentication process to get into your wallet, since there's going to be a lot of transactions going back and forth. And also security is also embedded with our SSL certificates, which our CEO told us last week. For each time that there's any communication within the wallet and the outside world, it will make sure that that transaction is actually very, very, very well authenticated, make sure it's from a secure source, and the transactions are all encrypted all the time. You know, the wallet, you know, looking at the wallet, OnPassive within the next 2 years might have more than a few billion customers using it, you know. So the wallet could eventually become a very, very, very significant worldwide. We're in 220 plus countries right now. And there's a chance that this wallet could be a main source of financial transactions around the world. So this is a very, very, very huge deal. And then we have our crowdfunding, Obless, our flagship product. Obless is a product that OnPassive, that is powering OnPassive. OnPassive is the only company that has come to the world, to the limelight, with the heart of the people right there at hand. You know, we are going to use Obless to bless the world. At the time that each transaction is going in and out of our digital wallet, but as you're getting out, there is Obless to bless people, to help people, to uplift mankind. So at each transaction that you do, you have the opportunity to also say, hey, here is $100, here's $50 for Obless. And our brother, Mr. Chris Johnson, is going to be able to have the resources, more than above resources, to do the good work that he wants to do, not only in Detroit or Las Vegas, but all around the world. And we are going to be part of that and being able to assist in that venture. I'm hoping that maybe there will be some kind of like a some checkbox that you can check, you know, auto transactions, so that each time that you go, you determine the amount that you want to come out of your wallet at every moment, you know. And then, of course, we also have our compliance. You know, compliance is also part of everything that we're doing here. Anti-money laundering, making sure that our privacy laws in the various countries are being adhered to, you know, healthcare, HIPAA laws, everything that all these countries around the world need for us to adhere to, we must adhere to, so that we have that digital trust for the customers that are coming into the system. So that's a nutshell of, really briefly, of what I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I'll send it back to you, Anthony.
Thank you very much. That was great. And really a nice overview of that very extensive topic, which could actually take days to cover, but we are wanting to be make it an overview. So thank you very much. We have next Oliver Fonte, and his topic is domains. You can take the floor now, Oliver.
Hi, Papua New Guinea, brothers and sisters. Good afternoon there. It's good morning or good afternoon, good evening. Yeah, it's a pleasure being with you guys and my sisters and brothers from Papua New Guinea. Haley and Maddie Degamo, my brother, my big brother, say hi. Chris Johnson, say hi. And I can't call all the names and the old tech pros. Yeah, I want to talk about the domain, domain. That is also one of our products. Domain is where your website is the home of your website. Like our CEO called it the location and location and location. Location is where your address, your website will be running on your domain account. To identify your website, but on your domain account. And your domain account is that account that identify who you are in OnPassive. Remember, we do have 1.3 plus million founders, resellers, and customers. Your domain. OnPassive is the only company on this planet Earth that has more than 1.3 million domain account. This is huge. When you look at other providers, let me say Google, Microsoft, Facebook, they have one domain with more than 2 billion customers running on that same domain. But in OnPassive, you own your domain with more than hundreds of products running on your website on your domain. This is huge. This is mind-blowing. This is mind-blowing. And it is also an independent product. Domain is an independent product. But we, the founders, each of our domain account is like Facebook. So you compare yourself like Facebook and Google, Microsoft, because their own domain, they have one domain that runs. So your account, your one account with all the OnPassive products running on your website, that is dynamic. Dynamic means that every day that website changes. It means that website changes. Our CEO has done a wonderful job with the tech guys in Hyderabad, maybe Dubai in the future. We should give him a hand plus. And we should be proud to be part of this journey and the process, and be part that you own a domain. I am a 9 to 5. I keep saying it every day. I am a 9 to 5. I am a 9 to 5 person. But today I am proud to own a domain account and a website. I'm proud to own a domain account and a website. I compare myself with my one domain account, like Facebook, like Google, like Microsoft. What the CEO has put in front of us and who has given us in the platter of gold, we cannot compare. And OnPassive is the only company, I say it again with authority, somebody has been in the field for more than 20 years, 24 years, that you have a free domain account and a website. What is $97? It's free for what we are going to have. It's free for me, it's free because $97 is nothing. I know Papua New Guinea is something, but when you compare the value of what is coming to you, if you compare the value of what is coming to you, can you imagine yourself with your own domain? That Facebook got just one domain. You are more than one domain, because that your one domain with targeted traffic running on that domain bringing you millions of domain users on that domain is mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. I know, I do understand that you guys do have Wi-Fi and internet problem, but I bet you with Chris Johnson and the Obless, Papua New Guinea will be fine with authority. I said that. I said that with authority because you are one domain, that one domain that we are talking about. I don't know, we get it. OnPassive is an IT information technology company. And I'll say one thing to Papua New Guinea, please go to the new website and go to your blog. Go to that section on your right-hand corner. Go to the blog. There are a lot of information there for you to read. A lot of information there for you to know your domain. When I look at that domain, it's mind-blowing because that is the domain that will bring the molars, the dollars, the money, Papua New Guinea. That Papua New Guinea is not going to be that country that would have Wi-Fi problem, internet problem anymore. I just heard shortly a few minutes ago that you have two providers, internet providers, but you still have internet problems. I bet you our CEO, and with what Chris Johnson they are working on, Obless will be taken care of. Chris Johnson, thank you very much. But let me talk about the domain account. The domain you have. It also have a search engine optimization, SEO. SEO that will be running targeted traffic. On that domain, your website will be running targeted traffic. On that domain, your website will be running targeted traffic. On that domain, all the products, OnPassive products will be running on that domain. So that domain account is what is going to give us the molars, the dollars, whatever currency that you want to talk about. Come again. All domain is running on AI. When we talk about AI, artificial intelligence, that has OnPassive is the only company on this planet Earth since 1954 that AI was discovered. That the CEO has tapped into all the futures of artificial intelligence. When Microsoft, Google, I don't like to call in their names, when they started, they wanted to make money, but they didn't think about the customers, the value, the customers. They wanted to make fast money. But today, our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara, tapped into all the features of artificial intelligence. That is why we all have a domain account. The 1.3 million founders, you have a domain account. That AI, artificial intelligence, is embedded into all domain. That comes with its own special security. We cannot beat that. We cannot beat that. OnPassive is running on 500 miles per hour, while the other companies are still running on 50 miles per hour. I say it with authority, and I confirm it, and I work with the CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara, that we are in a very comfortable position. We are starting from the top. I don't want to go into Hyderabad or Dubai, Burj Khalifa. I want to talk about the technology that is surrounding our old domain and the other products. Like my brother Bob just talked about this product, wallet, the security also. Our security is the best of the best. The best of the best. There is no company we can't compete. Being in the industry for about 24 years, I've never seen something like this. All domain goes to the World Wide Web. That's the internet space. And anything that comes from the internet space, we don't trust it. Like I always have this term that I always use. You trust, but you verify. In security, we don't give 100%. I will give our own domain and unpassive 98%. One goes to God, one comes to unpassive, and one comes to the public. But the security of unpassive with the technology that we are using, that the CEO has used, is unbeatable. It is unbeatable. Why? We have AI, artificial intelligence. So our own domain, we have control over it. Why do we still have control? Because we host, and our data center is hybrid. Our data center is hybrid. When I say hybrid, means that the on-prem and the virtual, which is the cloud, the money circulates. Customer comes into your own domain, you have millions upon millions upon millions on your domain account, millions upon millions of users on your domain account. It's hosted where? You. What data center? Your data center. The money circulates and come back to us. Our CEO is a genius. He said we should not say that he's a genius, that people work for him, but he has the idea that he pour it out there to us on your domain. On your domain. The domain is the powerhouse. The domain, all domain, is an independent product. But let me talk about you and I, the 1.3 plus million domain account that we, the founders, we have. That is the main powerhouse of unpassive, of you and I, that we own it. We own it. That's why I keep saying, own your business. Unpassive is your business. You compare yourself now with Facebook, Google, and Microsoft. Facebook has just one domain account with 2 billion customer traffic running on it, confirmed traffic running on it. They have a marketplace. Your account, my account, has a domain. You compare yourself and you are more than Facebook. I said that with authority. Today, Papua New Guinea and the world of today, we should listen. Unpassive, we are not only starting from the top, we are starting from the top. Because of we have a domain. We have a domain. You are an independent company with more than 100 business running on that domain. More than millions upon millions of users running on your domain, my domain, with top security. Anything that comes from the web, like my brother Bob just talked about, SSL, secure everything that comes to your domain, because your domain now exposes you to the DNS, which is the domain name system that connects you to your IP address. That IP address identifies you. That goes to the Wide Web. Your domain is secured. I don't want to go much into that, but I just want you to understand that our security with artificial intelligence protect your domain with SSL certificate, VPN, and TLS, and all the data that is stored in that system is encrypted at rest. Antilene, don't want to take much time, just want to say, your domain, you are comparing with all the big giants, the 1.3 million of us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was an excellent presentation on domains. You gave a nice, clear overview and the highlights that we need to know. Thank you very much. Next, we have, oh, by the way, we see David Bacau is now in the house. Hi, David. We're glad you got in. I know the network is weak today. We're happy you're with us. You can interject at any time, David. All right. So next we have Vincent Ete, and he's going to be talking about multi-region data centers. So go ahead, Vincent.
Okay, thank you, Antilene. Thank you. And then hello to all the participants. Hello, David. Hello, everyone in Papua New Guinea. Hello to all the LC members, Steve Marty, Chris Johnson. Hello to them for the big effort to be here this time. Okay, today I will talk about data center. And then also because of the time, we're not going too deeper to the project. But if any question, anything, you can ask the question, and then we are here to answer. My brothers are here. So thanks also all the IT pros. So Bob, thanks for the good presentation. We have also Oliver Collins is coming after me. So, okay, I will briefly talk about the data center. So what is a data center? The role of the data center, and also the benefits of the data center. I'll break in 3 different parts so that I allow people to understand exactly what is a data center. So a data center is a is a facility where we centralize organization, share IT staff. So the IT operation, it could be any IT equipment, it could be we could be also IT equipment for the purpose of storage and processing data, equipment, all these applications. So there are so many things involved in the data center, but mostly it's all the equipment, IT equipment inside there. It's not only the only data. No, there's all the IT equipment, could be networking, cables, all the application. This is where we store in the data center, all the communication part as well. So this is the data center. So, and then I will talk also about the role of the data center, but because data center the integral part of the enterprise is designed also to support the business application and provide information like data storage. So in the data center, we use it to store the data. It's not only the data storage, and then the data center is also used for the management of the IT resources, IT equipment. So we talk about the data center. Inside the data center, we have management as well. In the data center, we have a backup and a recovery. So all the IT equipment, we have a backup, all the system like Windows, servers, everything, we have a backup of those applications in the data center. So the data center also have a productivity application inside the data center. And those are productivity applications such like email, all the email communication, Outlook, mostly using an enterprise. The Outlook, we copy every single communication is also stored in a data center. So we have also high volume of e-commerce, like transactions, all the transaction happening in the business, like payment, receive payment, send payment, all the transaction is stored in a data center. So this is and then also we have a online gaming community, like everything we do, like online system, every application, website, everything, like my brother Oliver mentioned, the domain, all the domain also have a place in the data center. They are also stored there. They are also working from there. And then we talk also the latest technology like big data, machine learning, artificial intelligence. They are all stored in the data center. So this is the role of the data center. So data center play a very key role in the IT and nowadays communication system. So this is the data center. And then I'll talk also the last part, the benefits of the data center. So the data center increase productivity. So we know that because of the data center, we have our productivity increase. We have also improve redundancy and flexibility. So data center also deliver high availability and ensure business continuity. So data center also support disaster recovery plans. So when in case of any issues, the data center help for the disaster recovery. Data center also involve about security and mitigate also risk. So data center improve also energy efficiency. So like energy bank, generators. So the data center use them in case of any disaster or any electricity power off. We use that data center. So the data center, last part, data center also, we have a profit. The data center help also for the profit. So help company to have a big profit, and also last part, data center help for scalability. So this is roughly the advantages to have a data center, which the time I can go deeper, I would wish to do, but we have time constraints. So this is exactly what is the advantages of the data center. Thank you, Angelina. I will leave it there. But people can ask question, anything in the data center, they don't get it, they can still come back to us, and then we are here to help. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you so much. We're trying to be short and sweet at this time, but we'll be able to field questions after Colin goes. Colin's going to be next. He's going to be giving some concluding statements. Go ahead, Collins.
Hello, everyone. Good morning from UK. We are here. And well done, the tech guy. So without taking too much time, I'll just give like a short conclusion about what all the others have said. So we talk about single sign-on. So the reason why we are doing this is because we've covered this topic throughout the week for 3 weeks now. We've covered data center, domains, and single sign-on. So, and we've just heard from all the other guys who've just spoke lately. We know about single sign-on, that you sign once and you get access to all the application. And then data center is a system or the server where all our data are hosted. So we have a database, and database is hosted in a data center. So data center hosts all the data, millions upon millions of data. And our domain is the house to our website. So it gives us access to the World Wide Web. I think without taking too much time, that's just the sweet and short meaning of what we're trying to do here. And for any questions, we are happy to take it. Thank you very much, Angeline.
Thank you very much. Let's take it back to David Bacau now. David, you want to go ahead and say a few words? Hopefully your connection is strong.
Thank you, Lynn. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're pretty loud and clear. Yes, pretty good so far.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, the tech team, for being here. I apologize for my lateness. We were trying to connect, but it took some time before I came in. But I am here in my village in Turubu, in Wewak, East Sepik Province. This is where I'm currently located, going through my election period. So I am happy to join you. I have a host of people behind me. I've covered them actually. So they are new people. They've joined over the last few days as founders, and we also have some guests with us. The business is very interesting to them. They are beginning to realize it, and because I am here with them, I am explaining to them what OnPassive is, and they are so excited. So they've been joining over the last few days when I was here in the village. So we have our numbers growing here in Wewak, East Sepik Province. Anyway, but I am excited. I am just looking forward to what is coming up. And I told my people, you know, this is the only opportunity that you will have that will be able to uplift your lifestyle, change your life, and you can be able to achieve your dreams. Whatever your dreams are, you can achieve it with this company OnPassive. So we are just excited to be here and just participating. I came in late. I missed the bulk of the information that's shared, but that's fine. I will go back to the recording and listen to it. So thank you, Lynn, and thank you, Mati Digamo, my brother from another mother. And thank you, everyone. Papua New Guinea, you missed up long here. Suppose you look na you long watch him lo one up long country pla yumi. This pla business opportunity one pla unique opportunity come na by non up come again. So sample company or some Facebook na Google na all not big technology company papa small company give him yumi.
Let's see if David comes back. We know that the network is weak. It does appear that he got frozen. He may have been, he's still in though. Okay, he's still in, but I can see that the audio icon is flashing. which tells me I think the audio is a problem at the moment. So we'll give him some time to come back to us. While we wait for David to come back to us, we want to open it up now for questions and comments from the floor. So what you're going to do is just simply raise your hand. We would like it to be about the topic that we just discussed, and that was single sign-on, domains, and the multi-region data center. Preferably, if we can stick with these topics, that would be great. Let's see what happens here. Okay, don't be shy. Go ahead and raise your hands. PNGers especially, we want to make sure that we're here for you. Chris, go ahead and speak, Chris.
Well, I'm going to speak because I want to get this fired up party going. Let me tell you something. Papua New Guinea, oh, David's back, but hold on, David. I want to tell the Papua New Guineans something. Pretty soon, everything you thought was bad is going to turn into good. You understand that? These, what I call these tech geniuses who really have the attention of a lot of people, breaking things down, explain this. Basically, they just broke down something that probably most of us like me don't understand, but it's very simple what they're saying. In other words, they're saying step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, done. Check, 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 completed. Papua New Guinea, throw those worries in the garbage. A new life is coming. Our tech team is breaking it down for you. And I think it's very exciting. I'm excited. I'm excited because this internet problem you're having, I want that really to go away. And I think Ash Mafara in the future is going to fix that. But I want to give it back to David. See that? I open my mouth and hands are raising. David Bacall, back to you, my brother.
Miracle Maker Chris, thank you very much. Go ahead, David. You can unmute yourself,
Thank you,
David.
Chris. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, I was just saying, Papua New Guinea, this like one pla opportunity bla you meet us all. You know, got Narpla company by giving this like kind of opportunity. Papa blows la company Ash Mufara. He got this la dreaman blong kirapim na send sim sidan blong all the man Mary on this la ground. Also, I'm creating or I'm making this la platform on passive technology company you may stop inside long So time mi pla come inside os founder. Now mi pla come up os this la 1 million mother treasure mi pla long enough long time long company mi launch. And by helping you me na you me at by kirap na helping community bla you me. So this la masting thing na you me stop inside of this la business. But Lynn,
The network got a bit weak. Let's wait a bit for him to come back. Seems to go in waves, you know. Are you there with us, David? I see that audio button flashes, and I think that means the network is weak. All right. I'm sure he'll be back in a second. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and speak to Esther Pitep. Esther Pitep, hello and welcome. Go ahead and make your comment or ask your question, Esther. Click the unmute button. Do you see the button, Esther? Just click the button and unmute. All right, while we wait for Esther to figure out how to unmute, let's go on to Christopher Luss. Hi, Christopher. Go ahead and unmute.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loudly.
Yes, thank you, Lynn. Good afternoon, good night, and good morning to our international friends. And thank you again for being part of this PNG webinar. I would like to say also thank you to Bob, Oliver, and Vincent for a wonderful presentation in highlighting 3 areas. One is on single sign-in, and of course, the domain name and the data center. I think 3 very important areas
that was presented. And if you don't mind, Lynn, I would like to speak in Pidgin for my fellow Papua New Guineans.
Please do.
Uh,
Thank you.
Thank you. Papua New Guinea, I think plenty something Mr. Bakau and like to talk long before let me cut off. You can just continue to elaborate long. You missed up in said lo one black and big business, only call him one passive, where you and me, you may got this big privilege to be part of this company called On Passive. Now, so what you look good on this little giant company was Microsoft, Facebook, like Amazon, eBay, WhatsApp, all these small companies, Alibaba, plenty of all not been sharing this wealth. One time you Tranguman America. Now, this opportunity may come where CEO na founder of this company as Mufare. You mean lucky straight. Now, me too, me hammas straight as me partner this company. It's a golden opportunity where I mean not come again. Now, suppose you work or watch today, now you go still hang up at Labanis. I'm on last floor time where you need to come on board and be part of this company. Now, me like story likely it's a triple area where Bob, Oliver, na Vincent, and me talk long. Number one, no single sign-in. The single sign-in long all products, blame me, and very unique straight. Time here look long. You got more than 50 plus or products. Now, suppose you look good. Time me sign in concert lots of product. And me inside lots of platform. And me giving me display access. Lo you no need lo sign in again long narpa product. You can go in straight and access him on this little product there. I'm lo single sign in. Now, suppose you look good, fellow founders, you look good little product. Me give you one example. Awesome. Bob and Pintok Tok Longem. This la all got all product blown passive and we got all security system blongem encrypted behind this products. So even one pla hacker I mean like hacking on this product, and not now. Me give example. O Connect. O Connect and one play advanced platform where you got longem blown passive. And we win him now Zoom him or use stuff longem se cut off. And we win him Skype. Na or narapla like or Facebook video or WhatsApp video, this la. Or connect crystal clear, all advantages belong man and good plus straight. So even time we having conversation, lo this using la all connect product loan passive once only release him lo public or the email founders la use him. Me talking me more advanced. You can have a video conferencing meeting blame me, but money like hacking one more information you may go discuss him name have because he got the security system and be encrypted behind these little products finish. So our fellow founders, I'm no side no single sign in. Now I'm one like a unique something where you know me but no got this opportunity facing many problem since you got AI behind these little products blame me and me support him. Now number two something domain name. Domain name, oh man. Tami harim Oliver ko toklo domain name. Domain name it's a very unique one where you na me is like 1,300,000 founders. You me one on me got all this la domain name was account blame ya or website blame where you na me company on passive and by making all got this law work. So what you look good, me give him example again. Time you me got this la domain name na account. AI, artificial intelligence, empowering na working more to work bring me. Company yet and by go and by marketing all this product bring me. And I need lots of domain name that you got long and by marketing all product. Na emi tu ba paini more customer. Na time ba paini more customer and by driving sila traffic ikam lo kam na all customer by using more product. Na time more customer li hamas. Na time more using more product. And now and by closing sila sale. So the unique thing about Yumi 11 or founders where Yumi got all this domain name or account me. Man, you know got not all companies the same. Oliver itok pinisa. Or one company all got one or domain name that's all. Imagine how much all customers online only members also use small product or companies here. But one thing one passive, Yumi very unique that Yumi one all founders, but Yumi got all domain names, Yumi all accounts, Yumi. So one time this la AI, and by working all the work, Yumi, and by marketing all this product, and by finding customer, Yumi, and then by pulling this customer, driving this traffic, come single product where Yumi like or customer like use him long, and then we close him sale, and that's how we receive income inside. That's how me understand him. That me like sharing what Yumi or founders of Papua New Guinea. Number 3 something, and data center. From my understanding, a company that has the largest data center in the world can control the internet. So all founders haram guta, tayo got big data center in the world. I mean, minimum you can control him internet. Company and we can take control of internet. Minimum you can make him anything because you got big data center or not company where data or information where all in on Apple storing low company save up all. Or you can come now buy them using data center on passive. So one time this Aline, thank you very much. And Mati, Chris, and the other fellow leadership council, thank you very much. And to the 3 tech team that presented today, Bob, Oliver, and Vincent, thank you for the wonderful presentation. And I'm so in it to win it. I'm looking forward to the remaining days or the months to come when we go into the launch. And I look forward to using these products. Thank you very much, Lynn.
Thank you, Christopher. Thank you for taking the initiative to interpret for our PNG folks. I appreciate you very much. We have our 4 tech team people. They're Oliver, Bob, Vincent, and Collins. Just so you know, they're a quad, not a trio, but a quad. Thank you very much again for interpreting, Christopher. Now we have Esther. I see she figured out how to unmute herself. So take it away, Esther. Talk to us. Unmute, please. Hoping you can hear me. Esther, unmute yourself. All you have to do is click the button. I've asked you to unmute. Just click the button. All right, she probably is having some network issues. So let's go on. Let's see. Anything else from the group here? Questions, comments, anything our leaders want to share? We've got, is Nancy still in the house? I think she might have gotten booted. I don't see her currently. Yeah, she must have got, the network is giving us trouble. So people, this is why we're not getting a lot of response. It's the network in PNG. Their hearts are with us, but technology is not their friend. So this is what we're coping with right now. But you know, we hope that this is going to get better as Ashmafar gets involved in a greater level or greater extent. We expect some of these issues to be resolved over time. So thank you for your patience. Right, David. Is David here? I think David also is not in the house. We lost our leader. All right, so we've got, it's now 1:14 a.m. We've been here for over an hour. Are there any more questions? And if not, we're gonna wrap it up early if there are no comments and questions. Are we good? I think so. It sounds good. So what we're going to do is we're going to end our webinar, but remember that we're here every Sunday at midnight covering different topics. Oh, hi, Johanna. Are you going to talk to us?
Yes.
Hey, go. Johanna, Johanna, the network is weak. The network is weak. So can you turn off your video? Turn off your video, then we can hear you better. Please.
I've got a question. Please just let me ask this question.
Yeah, I'm saying just turn the video off. Yeah, good. Okay, go ahead. Yes, now it's better. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I've got a question. I'd like to just mention this to Matthew. I've actually sent an email to him already. And I just found out what was wrong with the query that I sent to Matthew, and I'd like to highlight it to him so that he can help me if he can. It's one of my accounts. It had email. I could not access the back office with one-time password. It didn't come through to my email. And there was a list sent earlier in January by David, the email issues list with PNG was sent in January. And I just got that list back and I realized that my current email was sent in as a new email, and the new email was logged in
Joanna,
as current. So that's why
Joanna,
I couldn't get in.
Joanna,
Yes, yes.
Joanna,
Eh,
we will
David,
address
you
it.
talk.
We will address that. This is the slime admin question.
Okay, all
So
right.
by me address him bien. You ask him question long one topic me plus tab long him. Lo single sign on a data center na narapla top point me plus discuss him lo this la webinar now. So this la admin something me plus can address him. You talk one time Grace na by helping you. Okay.
Okay. Her network is poor. Johanna,
thank you.
Thank you for your understanding, Johanna.
Okay.
We will help you. David will help you. It will be fine. Thank you so much for your patience. All right, now we have Daisy Atua. How are you, Daisy?
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, Johanna. Hi, Daisy.
Hi, Lynn and everyone. David, thank you, David. Maxi, tech tip, everybody. I was gonna ask a question that was not related to the 4 topics discussed today. So after listening to David, I will give it to myself. But anyway, it's good to say hello and thank you very much for you guys. I mean, I know it's after 12 midnight and for you to sacrifice your time for Papua New Guinea. I mean, thank you very much. I can't thank you enough, but thank you.
Good to hear you, Daisy. Thank you for speaking today. And I'm sure your issues will be addressed outside of this webinar. Everything will be okay. David will take care of you, right, David?
Yes, yes.
Awesome, awesome. All right, now we have Bruce Gerstein. Go ahead, Bruce.
Okay. Had to unmute myself. Guys, you did tremendous as you did earlier today. Thank you so much. And thank you, Len and Chris and Maury, for opening up the meeting. I had a question. Now that we're going to do the SSO, the single sign-on, we're going to have to all go into our accounts and make them all one password. That's my first question. Is that correct?
One of our tech guys will take that.
Okay, I'll try to clear myself a little bit. I'm doing the best I can. With the SSO, you have multiple accounts. What you'll need to do is go back into your back office and change all the passwords to a single password. Is that correct?
No, Bruce, each account is an independent entity. So you cannot join these accounts to make them one or to create a password for one of the accounts. No, if you have 5 accounts, you're going to log into each account separately, and each one has its own domain, it has its own products. So the SSL acts on the domain of that one account. Account A, account B, account C, they are all independent entities.
Nothing's really changed as far as that's concerned. I had confused because I
So your single sign-on is when you log into the account, then you can access all the products that are within without logging in again, putting additional passwords to get access to these applications.
Okay, so there's nothing to do and nothing to worry about, just being aware that we're able to see a lot more now that we have the SSO. Is that correct?
I didn't quite get what you said, David.
He's saying if we now that we have the SSO, that we're going to be able to see a lot more. Is that true?
Yeah, let me take that from Bob also. But okay,
Yeah.
Bob, you can go ahead and make a
No,
comment.
you will see. I mean, once you log in, remember once you're authenticated and everything goes through, all the products that are within your ecosystem are available to you. You have access to each one of them without any problem. So yes, we can see, yes, you see all of them.
So Bob, before Oliver come in, Bruce, what you are doing now, logging to your back office is SSO. That's single sign-on, because once you know, you are seeing everything. It's not something different. We're not saying something.
It's not something different from what
it's just what you are doing now is SSO.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just, before it sounded like you just need one password to open everything up. It says, okay. I understand now. I understand now. Thank you, my friends.
Thank you, Bruce. Are you satisfied with the reply?
I am more than satisfied.
All right. That's what we want to hear. Thank you for asking. That helped everyone, so I appreciate that question. Hi, Armandine, how are you? Come on down.
Doing fantastic, Lynn. Thank you.
Very
Hello,
good.
Hello, Papua New Guinea. It's so good to be here with you. I'm so excited. Thank you, OTEC guys. Wow. Oliver, that was truly powerful. Yes, I have a question. I heard Mr. Mufare mention in the very last meeting we had. He mentioned, he compared your social security to your domain and also like the tracking, IP tracking. I need to know, is that about right? Like your domain is the unique, it's like, it's similar to those things.
Hey, yeah, hi, Amadine. Let me grab it.
Thank you.
The CEO mentioned about social security. Remember what he said? He said we have IP addresses we are going to target mobile phones, cell phones, because it comes with the old tracker, and old tracker come with he called this name, I forgot the name. Is it Trimline something? So he said it's going to work with that, and it's going to capture each IP address of any mobile phone.
Smart link.
Smart link. Thank you,
yes.
Bob. Smart link. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, bro. Smart link. Smart link is going to work with old tracker. That old tracker now and smart link, they will track all the mobile devices with the IP address. That IP address is like their social security number. Each click that anybody all over this world, the 8 billion plus whatever, let's say the 8 billion people with their cell phones, because most people use their cell devices, their cell phones, more than their tablets and their laptops. So that your cell phone, I'm sorry, maybe I'm hyper, I'm talking that high. I'm sorry, because when I'm fired up, I talk like this, I'm sorry. That your cell phone, most people use their cell phones. So all unpassive products will be running. Now, the old tracker now will track all those IP addresses of those cell phones. And when they track those IP addresses of those cell phones, it's like your social security number. They will be running traffic or advert or marketing. When you click on any product, it will drop on one of the 1.3 million of us, our domain. So that person, that customer is bound to be on your domain. So whatever, net, what, all our products, when they click on that, they subscribe on that, belongs to that domain. That is your domain or my domain or all of us, the 1.3 plus million domain.
Very good, very good. Yes, thank you for that. And to click on that smart, not smart link, but a customer using his phone and goes into a finance application, for example, and it's not our own finance, it's just some finance application. Do we go from there and start trying to reel them in as you use, or must they click on one of our products before we begin to bring them in? That's the second part of what I wanted to find out.
Good question. Remember also that we have your social security number. Once you click on one of us or one of the domain, one of the domain and one of the products, you belong to that domain account. All them, name it, how many products that we do have, more than 100 products. He mentioned even physical products. When you click on any of them, belongs to OnPassive, not any other domain out there. Not any other products out there. It belongs to OnPassive products, physical products, digital products. When you click on any of them, you belong to that domain account. So when any customer out there, out of the 5 billion customers that are out there that access the internet, when you click on them, you belong to that domain account. So when you sign in on any net, bless, staff, trim, you are already, because he said social security, that social security that he meant is your IP address.
It's not your domain, it's your IP
social that
address.
It means that on that your domain or my domain or whatever, the 1.3 million domain. That's what he's talking about.
This new person is gonna land on one of our domains. Via his IP address. Those two are gonna then be connected forever in the future.
Yes, forever.
Thank you very much.
Any product that he wants to buy belongs to that domain. That is what I'm saying. The domain is the most powerful thing that Mr. Ashbufara has given us.
Yes, it is. And the third part of that is some of us are starting to say that we are the CEO of our own data center. I sort of think of us as part owner of the data center.
Yeah.
Do you see us as full-blown CEO of our own data center?
Good question.
Do you see us as, thank you.
Good question. Look at this. Let me take it this other way around. We have multiple products, physical products, data center. If somebody comes, Amadine, that he wants our data center, and that person falls under your domain, that is why I said that the domain, our domain account, the 1.3 million plus domain account is very, very powerful because you own your business. That's why I keep telling people, you own your business. That is your business. That domain, that your account is your business. No, they say, okay, Marcella, this is the final touches. Know your account, understand your business, know your business. When somebody comes on your domain with a data center and sign that, I want, let's say a company comes in, let me just give any company's name, imaginary company, Oliver's company, and I need OnPassive data center, hybrid center to take care of my data. I want to store my data on your domain. And it falls under Amadine's website, Amadine's domain account. Everything, any commission that comes on that data center goes to you. You got it? That's why we said the domain is very powerful. Facebook, like the CEO, I'll go back to what the CEO mentioned. I'll call Facebook what he called it. He said, what Facebook got just one domain with 2 billion customers plus on that domain. 1.3 plus domain account in OnPassive worth that on a Facebook domain account. So when you come, a customer comes that falls on your domain, that customer wants but data center wants to store that data on a data center. Let me give this example. My company, there's a company, I keep talking about it, I don't want to call the name again. They were a medium person between AWS and my company. That company now was a middle person taking our data and storing it but on AWS. That is a reseller. Yes. To us, in OnPassive, is a reseller. But it falls on your domain, Amadine. Any commission that comes on that domain goes to your domain because it falls on your domain.
And okay, so therefore, in that customer view, I'm a CEO of some data center.
Yes, yes, because each OnPassive product is an independent. All staff is an independent company. All trim is an independent company. All tracker is an independent company. All trim is an independent company. Physical product and independent. Data center independent. So you are a CEO of multiple companies.
Very good, very good.
You got it?
I got it.
Oliver, let me just chip in something here. So for clarification for everybody. So I know we are talking about domain. Domain is the host of your website. Where is the product running? It's running on your website. When you go to every company, every online company, look at all the high street stores that have website. Where are you seeing them? You don't see the domain physically. You just see the domain name. For instance, whatever you call Collins is a domain name. But that domain name is just like the website. So where are you seeing the product? It's running on their website, right? Running on their website. And when you go to say, oh, I've gone to this shop, I've bought this, I've bought that. That website is running, is running on a domain, because without the domain, you will never see the website online. So those products are all there. Once you go into that website and buy, what happened? The person who owns the website get commission. That's exactly what Oliver is trying to explain here, that your website will host millions upon millions of products. Because OnPassive is an IT company and they will be building products. So the products and services are running on your website. And if someone go there, purchase something, you get commission. They purchase, you get commission. So the domain, that's why they say it's the house of your website. It gives you access to the World Wide Web. And that is why most companies, if you don't pay this monthly subscription, they just shut your website down. They just pull you off the domain, because the domain is just like a box and your website is just on top, running. The moment you don't pay, they just kick your website out of the domain, and that is it. So I don't know if that's clear. So everything is just as Oliver.
That's clear.
You go and you buy, just think about high street shop. When you go to their website or any supermarket, you can buy something online using the website running, but that website running on the domain. And everything you want is there. So it's just the house, and you can just purchase, and you are making commission. Those who own it. So what Mr. Ashford have done is they've just given us, all of us, website, and that's why you are a CEO. As Oliver said, you are a CEO of your website and your domain. You own the website because they build their business for you, build everything for you, put all the products there, sell it for you, and you are making commission.
Thank you, Collins. And last but not least,
before you go on, Armadine, in relation to that very question that you asked, Marty DeGarmo has some comments to make. He's not able to speak to us at this time, but he did say this: all the heavy lifting is done by the company, meaning OnPassive. We are founders and we get to share in the profits. We don't own OnPassive. We do not own on passive. We make it way too complicated. We share in the profits. We are not CEOs. We are partners, but not quote unquote CEOs. We share in the profit. All the nasty stuff is done by the company. All the things we don't want to do is done by the company on our behalf. So I hope that clarifies. So he's saying that we are not necessarily CEOs of those the domains. Hopefully that gives you another perspective, Armandine.
Well, I tend to believe that because we get our own business in non-passive, they make it our own business, right? So if it's our own business, we are the head of that business, then we are the CEO of that business that was created for us. So in that same line of thought, we are founders. We are founders of on-passive, or are we founders of our own company? Right? When it comes to founders, what are we recognized? What we are, I believe we are founders of a major IT company, which is on-passive. And then on top of that, we are CEO of our new business that on-passive creates for us. Is that about how it can be seen?
Amadine,
That is right.
Amadine, let me say this. You have that privilege. It's a privilege to be a partner with on-passive because you own that domain. It's a privilege that you own that domain, that on-passive has given you that domain, and that website that is running on that domain is a privilege, and you are a partner. Whatever Mr. Ashmufara wants to call it, it's his business that he has given you that privilege to be a partner on-passive.
But well, when we buy our first month subscription, when we pay our first month subscription, that's the package that includes, on-passive setting up our business for us. And that's why we have to declare it a business and pay taxes on it and everything like that. We're responsible for managing that business.
Amadine, you are taking it too far that we don't want to go there. We should leave it. We should leave it for Mr. Ashmufara to come and define it to us.
Right, let me just say this. A lot of people, what he's saying, a lot of people will get it because there are viewers who are watching this, right? As I said, we are founders. A founder is somebody who go and look for something that wasn't there before. Someone who goes and help to build the company, right? We are just something that, okay. Now, what has happened, if you look at the other business, they were not founders. That's why when Oliver talked about one domain, they have one domain like all the other business, like Facebook, or those people who came as founders, they didn't own any business. Facebook owned everything. Facebook don't promote nobody. You are just there as a founder, but you own nothing. But what Mr. Ashmufara did, he just said, you know what? I will build a business for you. I want to make your presence feel online. I want to do something different. So he decided to say, okay, I will build your business by creating a website. And when he creates a website, what will he do? The website by itself is nothing. You can build the best website without a domain. It's nothing. You already know that, Amadine. So you need to host it on a domain. So he give you a domain free of charge.
No, it's not free. It's not free of charge, Carl.
No. I know the truth is what we are saying here is if you look at when we say free of charge.
No, it's not the $97. It's the $200 and so that we'll be paying for the first month.
Amadine,
that's the package.
Okay, look at it this way. What I'm saying here, how much do you think? I understand.
I know it's worth a whole lot more than that. I know
yes,
that.
Yes.
This is the price he's charging us for us to have our own complete business.
Yeah, but look at it this way.
That he's building us our own business for that price.
Okay, look at it this
way. Going forward, he's gonna get the subscription for this business.
All right.
Our profit. You see?
Okay, look at it this way, Amadine. Why we say this? Do you think in your heart of heart, we are here, all the IT guys are here, you can get something cheaper than this or this price?
Never. There's nothing like that. There's nothing like that anywhere in the world.
It will never happen.
That's why it will. Well,
Yeah.
you know, there's
Then
going
why
to
are
be
you asking that question, Amadine? Then why are you asking that question?
thinking about that. There's probably going to be copycats now. People trying to reproduce that, you know, but and nobody
Amadine,
going to be able to do
Amadine,
it like we done.
Amadine, my sister, Amadine, my sister. I know you are an IT person.
Oh yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, I am. My degrees in computer
Look
science.
at the pros and the cons. What the CEO has given us
I'm
from the
totally
web.
aware of that. No,
Yeah,
look, I'm
listen,
totally aware of that.
just wait. Let me talk. Look at your website. How much will you pay for that website? Look at that domain. Your monthly maintenance for that domain. How much does it cost? Even Mr. Ash Mufara gives us $500 for activation. Will you stand anywhere and open your mouth as an IT person who understand the dynamics of what to host a website and to host a domain will cost for $200 or $300? That you know as an IT person, Amadine, you cannot be arguing with us here in this forum about that. Please, I think this is something that we should just quench it and move forward. Because for me, it's a gift. It's a Christmas gift or a birthday gift that Mr. Ash Mufara has given us than we sitting here and arguing or discussing about something like this. Because I, for one, I will not, because I'm a 9-to-5 person. For me, it's a free gift or a birthday gift or a Christmas gift that Mr. Ash Mufara has given us. I will not sit anywhere and open my mouth and say that I've paid activation fee for $300 or even $500. I think we should just put this thing at rest, Amadine, than going over and over to bring some argument about the numbers. For me, it's not called for.
And I think this is even out of the scope for us to even, this is not something, you know, that we should be addressing here. So
No, I believe
your questions are